Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Kilo. And if you press on this video looking for a macro, you're a fucking dumbass. But we are going to talk about some sneaks, y'all. So let's go ahead and head to Discord real quick. And these are some new sneaks. I don't know if anybody's seen these. But we have this. I didn't even talk about the sneaks. I've been doing suggestion videos. But I guess the next part of the story quest is going to be on Namek. As you can see with this, let's mute that shit so I don't get copyrighted. And not only is there now going to be a story quest on Namek, this opens up the possibility with Bane talking about, you know, adding stuff from Dragon Ball Daima. This was perfect for the idea that I had with adding the demon realm. You could do that, especially if you're gonna add, you know, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 5, Super Saiyan God and all that things. I know he said it might be like a path type of thing, like you pick a path. I think it was Primal and I think it was God Key path. And I think that's gonna, you know, be low-key fire, only because I never really seen a hardcore game do this. And speaking of hardcore game, like, let's pause for a second. I was thinking, bro, maybe the game should be a little more hardcore. And maybe, like, some things should be switched around. It'll be better for, you know, just the community and make the game more fun. I feel like everybody's getting so much BP so fast, and it's making the game not really, I'm not going to say not playable, but it's making the game kind of repetitive. And I guess when you look at it like this, like, you have people that are hitting 50 mil in like 3, 4, 5 weeks. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of like, not dumb, but in a way it's kind of like, it don't give nobody a reason to grind. I feel like if the grind was harder, right? And like, you know, you seen somebody that was 50 mil and the grind was harder. I feel like that would be more like damn, okay, this guy really grinded the game, compared to just getting on, doing your story quest for a couple of weeks, doing your GC for a couple of weeks, and then, you know, that's really it. Another thing I wanted to speak on too is the gains. The gains in this game are backwards, I feel like. Like, yeah, I understand doing the story quest. I think that gives you around like 180k, which is cool and all. But I feel like there's a better way to do this. So nerf the story quest and make the story quest only give you maybe 70k. And niggas is gonna be like, why the fuck would he do that? Like, we need the BP. 70k is good, bro. I don't think y'all understand how much BP you could really get. So I would nerf the story quest to 70k. That's the most you could get from it. And then with the Z points, you know what I mean? Maybe give them a little more Z points so they could still get maybe 100k from the story quest. But almost 200k is insane. And then I would low-key, not nerf, my fault. Make shadowing more, I guess, rewardable. Because I could sit there for an hour, 2 hours in shadow and get like 50k, bro. I go and hit that puncher bag. I'd be excited as a bitch. And that shit went up by like 40k, bro. And I'm like, damn, I really just sat there and used like 30 senzu beans for 50k. So I feel like make shadowing more rewardable for the people that actually will sit there and do it. There's a lot of people that'll sit there and macro, and that's why I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't really see a lot of people macroing, but I know there's niggas out there that do it. But I feel like making shadowing a little more rewardable will bring more people to want to grind. And especially when you're first starting off at the game and you really don't know what to do other than shadow, because that's like, you know, the tutorial. You know, you start off, it teaches you how to shadow, it teaches you how to fly, all that extra stuff, right? So make shadowing more rewardable. And not just for the smaller players, for the big players. Maybe do it to, like, depending on your BP, you get a certain amount from shadowing. You know what I mean? Just to make it fair for everybody. So the high levels also still have a reason. The niggas that are like 90 million, I bet they shadow and don't feel shit. You know what I mean? It's not going to change nothing really, unless they're really sitting there going crazy like all day long, like 200 senzu beans crazy, which I'm not doing that shit. I'm sorry. And I love this game to death, but I can't sit there and do that. So my next point brings me to is add some sort of way where high levels could get more BP and low levels could also get a decent amount of BP from shadowing, and not sit there for 2-3 hours and get absolutely nothing from it. And I'm not asking for 100K. I'm not asking for 100K, but I'm asking for, if you're gonna wait, if you're gonna put your time into it, let's not make it wasteful. You know what I mean? Because when I shadow and I go back and hit that punching bag, I felt like I just put in mad work. I put in mad work. I go back and I hit that punching bag and I'd be like, damn, what am I really sitting here for? I could just do my quest tomorrow. And that's why I feel like the player base really isn't steady. Another thing too is though, but the game is getting repetitive to a point. And I know Bane's working on the update, so I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going harsh, but I'm not going to be a yes man either. I will tell where the game is lacking at, but I will tell when the game is actually good. There are some good things in the game. I feel like the combat is like, I like the old combat better, and I'm not going to ask for that back because there's a lot of people that do like the new combat, but there are a lot of OG players that do like that old combat. You know, like Sonic Sway is cool and everything, but like the old parry was nice. The old combat was nice. I feel like, you know what I mean? The game is ran by three or four moves: Dragon Fist, Amazing Impact, and Meteor Combo, or Meteor Crash, whatever the one is. And then people just put Big Bang Attack on or Crusher Ball. Like literally no other moves are used in the game. If you're not actually like using those moves, you're most likely going to lose to any other person in the game. You can't use moves like Match Kick unless you're like a pro. You can't use Fist Barrage because the moment you use the move, they could still hit you out the move. So that move is useless to use. Like there's just certain moves you don't use. And I feel like making those moves either better to be on par with those other moves or nerf those moves would be so much better. Two rush moves should not be able to work at the same time. And I'm talking about Amazing Impact and Meteor Combo or Meteor Crash, whatever it's called. Those moves being able to work in the same moveset is insane to me. Dragon Fist definitely needs to be nerfed. There's no reason, if I'm 20 million BP and I'm fighting somebody that's 16 million BP and he hits me with Dragon Fist, half of my health should be gone off of the one of that. No. 30% off of one move is insane. Either do that or make the cooldown on that move like crazy. Cause that's insane, bro. That's insane. That's like a finisher move, bro. Like Goku don't pull that shit out every day. So yeah, that's kind of where I was going with that. Let's look at some of these suggestions. I did see some new suggestions. Please add server list. The game is extremely laggy, Brody. There's already server list. But one thing that I think should be added is regions. We do need regions. US like servers, European servers, you know, Asia servers, like all that stuff. Because I feel like if there's somebody from Asia and they're in the game and you join the game and there's nobody else on that planet or in that server, you're forced to play in there unless you block them and then rejoin the game. And I feel like, you know what I mean? That's kind of like extra and OD, and then you gotta unblock them and shit like that. Somebody said the scouters are now, oh wait, my fault. The scouters are, and they should get a massive buff. I'm talking like being able to read tens of millions of BP. They look cool, but the limits they have are too small. The reason the limits are small is because nobody expected niggas to get to 40 million in 2 days. So it's like, it's not really the scouters' fault. But it's like, who even cares about scouters at this point? Like, niggas be gatekeeping their BP anyways. Like, let's see. But yeah, man, I definitely think like they could go crazy. And I'm not saying bring the old combat back, but like maybe like, I don't know, do a vote or a poll or something. because I feel like this new combat is okay in my opinion. It's okay, but the old combat was way better. It was it was more skillful, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's really all I got for this video, man. But if y'all think I was wrong about anything in this video, man, drop a like, comment down below, and tell me what you think I was wrong about, or things that you think could be different. Give your suggestions, and I might talk about it in the next video. But I'm out this bitch, y'all. Peace.